Once upon a time, in a town, a stranger walked into the middle of town. His clothes were tattered, his hair was dusty, and his stomach was so hungry it went "Row." Well, he pulled out from his pocket a stone, and he began to sniff the stone. A lady looked out her window and said, "Sir, what are you doing with that stone?" He said, "Oh, my dear, I was just thinking of my favorite food ever, stone soup." She said, "Stone soup? Who ever heard of stone soup? You can't make a soup from stones. There's no juice in a stone." He said, "Oh, my dear, if you've never had stone soup, please let me make some stone soup for you. I'll share my stone so we can make some stone soup together." So she brought her pot down into the middle of town, and he put the stone in. He got the spoon and began to stir. "The stone is in the soup, the stone is in the soup. We'll stir and stir and stir some more and make the stone soup." Well, the lady could not make soup without putting in a little salt and pepper. So she put in a little salt, and she put in a little pepper, and they stirred some more. "The spices in the soup, the spices in the soup. We'll stir and stir and stir some more and make some stone soup." The lady was not really believing yet, but she was sniffing, and she thought she might smell a little bit of the stone. Well, a man down the street was a butcher, and he had some extra chicken legs, and he knew that you needed chicken legs to make a good bouillon, so he brought them down, and he offered them to put in the soup. And they stirred them in. "The chicken's in the soup, the chicken's in the soup. We'll stir and stir and stir some more and make some stone soup." Now it really did start to smell like a good broth. Well, a lady and her daughter were walking by, and they were bringing in some of their carrots from their garden, and they wanted to add them to the soup. So they grated their carrots into the soup until there was no carrots left, and they put the last little bits in, and they stirred some more. "The carrots in the soup, the carrots in the soup. We'll stir and stir and stir some more and make some stone soup." The soup was bubbling and bubbling away, and some fishermen came by, and they had some different oysters and things, and they wanted to put them into the soup as well. "The oysters in the soup, the oysters in the soup. We'll stir and stir and stir some more and make some stone soup." Everyone started hearing about this stone soup, and they saw everyone looking into the pot, looking at the stone in there, and wondering if it's going to be some actually good soup. Well, some other people were coming by, looking out their window at the commotion, and they brought 2 blocks of cheese, and they wanted to add some cheese to the soup, so they grated the cheese in until it was all in the pot. "The cheese is in the soup, the cheese is in the soup. We'll stir and stir and stir some more and make some stone soup." By the end of the day, the soup was really smelling wonderful. The whole town could smell the soup. And finally, the old man rang the bell. "Come and get it! Stone soup!" Everyone watched as he put his big ladle in the soup. He pulled it out and took a taste. "This is the best stone soup I've ever tasted." And he gave out bowls and bowls to the whole town so they could all taste what stone soup tastes like. Everyone loved it so much that they decided to get together in town and make stone soup every year. Have you ever had stone soup? Is stone soup good because of the stone? Is it the way the stone tastes? Or is it everyone sharing the things they have and putting them in together until it makes a delicious meal. I think the man who had just a stone ended up with a very hearty soup. And I think everyone had a good time. The end.